It's been a month since we last left off. Um, Blame Cambodia. It's always Cambodia's fault. So,
Stupid.
let's see. When we last left off, the gang had reconvened in the port town. Henri decided she had had enough of this bullshit. She had seen two of her friends die very, very painfully. Or, well, one of them die and twist into a monster of incomparable horror. And the other one was kidnapped by a birdman. And so Henri retired. We found our fledgling idiot Nitsu,
Teehee.
champion of no cause, who then found the fighter Maria in the middle of town. A lot of bad shit happened, and they decided to go check Arbecht. Saul had basically given up on them. That everybody had fucked up and ingested demon souls, so they headed to Arbecht's town, maybe on a whim for revenge, maybe for not, and they found the town was absolutely just ruined. Everything was torn the fuck up. The bunkhouses that lined either side were basically ruined. We're talking like full cave-in, crashed, smashed, just like a storm had gone through. And in Arbecht's bunkhouse, they found a thoroughly wounded Salahad, the Sultan Sworn, who had told them not to absorb demon souls and sent them on their initial mission. And he was not very happy to see them, especially at this low point. And he was there with the deceased Leo's younger sister Sophia, his scholar, and the party gave him a potion and basically went on their way without asking him any questions about what happened. And so now the party is back on the road with the idea that they should go to the center of the island. And that leaves us here, right outside of the ruined town. So what's the gang gonna do? It's mid-evening.
Well, judging from the fact that probably have done walking until it's mid evenings, probably find a spot that will work for a camp.
Yeah.
Despite the carnage inside of the ruined town, the walls around it are still very solid. So you could camp inside of there. It would be the easiest, but you would have to go back and see Salahad Isaban, a man who is not very happy, but is also very wounded.
I remember correctly, we gave him a potion, so he
Yes.
shouldn't be too happy to see us camp.
Yeah, I threw him a potion and then huffed off very, very angrily.
Right.
Well, you can
All the while, Mirage just like trailing behind, like, what the fuck is going on?
Right. To kind of clarify, Salahad didn't just look like he had lost a sword fight. He looked like he had been outclassed. He had scars very comparable to Khalik. Just not on his throat.
Oh shit! Okay.
Figure he wears kind of a mix of loose and light-fitting leathers with some steel on, like a breastplate, some pauldrons, greaves, just decimated. Holes are punched cleanly through. Straps are hanging on by a thread. His swords are all broken. The man was thoroughly routed and just left here to die. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, my vote is for not camping out on the ground after a long, hard, probably most of the day of walking.
All right, Khalik,
So
Mariah.
Khalik wait, I can't tell. Fuck, Henri left, so I can't even sign language at her.
Nitsu has decent sign language.
I also have basics. Oh, that's right. I did teach you guys. Right.
Mariah got the
totally.
basics. Nitsu has advanced.
I'm like your best friend now, Khalik.
What? You have advanced? I thought I only taught you intermediate.
No, because he got the intermediate. Because he got the nat 20.
Yeah. Intermediate. Yeah. So, fuck. How do I phrase this intermediately? Khalik will begrudgingly turn to Nitsu, distinctly very unhappy by that, and kind of sign head to center ?
It's a bit late for that. Let's take a rest.
And then, so the next phrasing is so close, and then phrasing that as a question as well.
I'm out of character. My character is probably really terrible with direction as a whole. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say we aren't close to center at all.
No.
Seeing as Salahad was pretty pissed.
No.
So in character, I'm going to say something along the lines of not particularly close to anything other than the town we just came from.
And the ruined town, which you are now standing outside of.
Khalik shakes his head, and then corrects, saying, "Not what I meant." So close to here? ? Saying that they should move further out of the town.
Mariah, would you rather stay in the town or out of the town?
Honestly, I could do with either or. It just honestly depends on what you guys are up to. Cleek doesn't particularly want to be anywhere that Salahad is right now. Not in a great place with him, so he looks quite eager to not be around here. But he doesn't sign that. He just looks kind of agitated.
I'll humor the poor boy. We'll follow Khalik out of the town.
All right. Now, are you going to set up camp out in the woods?
Yes. Can I try to what role would it be for me to kind of scout a kind of safer location for everyone?
Survival.
Okay.
And you can all give me survival checks if you'd like.
Sure, why not? Something to do.
That's just a natural 20, or just a regular D20?
Yes, plus your survival modifier.
Can I use my awareness as well?
Your what?
My primeval awareness, which is I can use my
to scout
action
to scout for demons.
Yeah, within
yeah.
Okay.
I've got a 0 to survival, so that's fine.
that you know, I'm probably going to use my superiority dice after I roll.
All right.
Which means I get a D8
right
on top of it.
For 11.
I don't know they're all that better. It was better to at least do that. 11. I mean, I succeeded in hoping at least.
Yeah, you two you look around for safe-ish areas, and then you just decide to start picking up sticks because you don't find anything.
Yeah.
Khalik has a better fare of it. Kind of figures the lay of the land. Doesn't really notice any smaller tracks because those would be more obfusced. But kind of finds a place where it doesn't seem like anything very big has been, and so you guys kind of find a very small clearing with good tree placement. The roots are very large, so you can kind of hide yourselves within them, figure, when the night falls. So you set up camp here, and I'm guessing, do you start a fire, or do you just kind of shrivel up and eat what little bit of dried meat you still have?
Question: does my primeval awareness ding anything, or is it just
No.
everything's okay? Perfect. That's a bit.
How far out from the town have you gone? How far out from the town would you like to have gone, I should say?
Probably enough that we're not within eyesight of the town.
Give me a distance.
50
A mile?
50 feet, I guess.
So, Creek probably huffed out like a mile from town.
Okay.
Like just.
And
a
how far does
mile.
your primeval awareness reach?
Exactly a mile. It's a mile radius around him.
Okay. Nope. Don't feel anything.
Okay.
So do you set up a fire?
I vote no.
No fire?
It's a deterrent, but it's also a signal.
Right. Well, it's also
Well,
lets you fucking
also,
cook and eat.
well, is there any potential stones that we could use? I have an idea.
Yeah, there's some rocks. There are.
If we want to, if they're slightly kind of flat, it will be the base for the fire that we're going to use to cook for food, and instead we're going to put out the fire and use the stones to stay warm.
Sure.
How about that? For when we go to sleep. And it'll just be more of a case of setting things a little bit over the heated up stone.
Right, like coals.
And it will basically be more of a case of the heated up stone put on something put over that will not that will help buffer against it, and then the bedrolls.
Sure.
I'm an idiot. Survival checks against my favorite enemies, which are, demons from well, just demons in
This
general.
isn't a survival check against anything. It's just a survival check to camp.
General. Okay, I just need to remind myself that's something that I do actually have.
Right.
So I will try to remember that from now on. I promise I won't be an idiot sandwich.
But yeah, with that explanation, we can at least have a small fire when we're cooking something, and if we want to at least stay warm, we can use the flattish stones to be near our bedrolls.
Sure. Give me. Actually, no. We'll just go with it. Yeah, you do that. You eat assorted meats. You had a decent haul from past treks. The night goes by very quietly, very still. There's usually at least a slight breeze, but tonight everything is incredibly calm. To the point where it's incredibly apparent. You don't hear anything once you snuff the fire, except for the sounds of each other's breathings. Like it's that still.
1 second.
How interesting.
And so the night passes. Very quiet. Nothing happens. Morning comes.
I get my superiority dice back because we had a rest.
Yes, full rest.
Yep.
Everybody's fully healed. Everybody has all their slots back, though there are no slots in Attenmore.
A shame.
Oh, thank God. It's all right. Morning has come. Our early risers are up. Mitsu is still asleep.
Doing my beauty rest.
Yeah, whatever you gotta call it, champ.
And for my case, I wake up early because, you know, better to at least have the routine done.
Right. So, it's just daybreak, so however you want to manage getting up, or if you want to wake everybody up. Or if you just want to kind of let them wake up on their own. That's up to you.
Click will let them kind of wake up on their own.
By then, I'm guessing you mean Nitsu, because you both are already
Yeah,
awake.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just let Nitsu sleep in. Because
Nitsu,
the
how
less
late
that
is-
he's
After a little while, Nitsu's going to get nudged by a foot. Oh, I'm knocking everything over, apparently.
It's okay.
Does the foot nudge wake Nitsu up?
Sure.
Alright. The rogue rouses, probably panicked.
This needs to stop being knocked over.
So what do you guys do today? You're about a mile south of the ruined town. Back kind of between the port town and Arbecht's camp. And kind of familiar territory. You're maybe a quarter mile off the road. And you do know that a road leads towards the center of the island.
Suppose we back at it. Nitsu would get up and, after collecting his composure as well as his well-being, head towards a road. Whether or not it's the right one is pretty much up to the DM.
Kalik will try to plot the course towards the center, ignoring the fact that Nitsu's wandered off.
Now, did anybody collect a map of the island?
I did.
Okay.
I had a map of the island with a big red circle. Sorry, a map of the island with the demon town that's now dead and razed to the ground, drawn on it. So yes, I do have
That was a map of the area. The one Corvo gave you when you were first on his hunting job?
Fuck.
Because I
Did
remember
Salahad?
No one has a
Salahad?
map.
No one has a map.
No, hold on. So Salahad didn't give us one before we left for the
No.
north. Okay, well, fuck. None of
I
us have a map.
think the person who had a map of the island
Is on a boat right now.
is on a boat right now.
Fuck.
So what's the plan?
Fuck. Can I still try to, using my abilities as a Sandhawk cool boy tracker Sama, get us to the center somehow?
Does anybody have cartographer's tools in their kit?
I'm gonna look behind me and wondering why I'm not being followed, and urge these two to follow
Oh no.
or hurry on.
Kalik does not. How difficult would it be for Kalik to track Nitsu eventually, if he has to?
Give me a survival check. If you're gonna
Me,
track him. If
or-
you're gonna track him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find him.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So I will find him, but I'll just let him wander off for now. I will track him later, but he can wander off for now.
Okay.
I mean, I have a thieves' tools if you think any type of cartography would be in there.
I don't have any cartography.
No, there is a
tools.
specific item in 5e called the cartographer's tools.
I
Specifically
doubt
for
any of us have that.
map making.
I mean, if worst comes to worst, we could always go back to Salahad and ask him for directions. I'm sure he'd be so kind as to tell us.
Now you're on the
I think-
road. Are you heading north towards Salah or the Arbecht's town?
Again, I made that decision up to the DM.
Are you sure you want to leave that up to the DM?
My character is almost as bad with directions as I am.
That's pretty threatening. How long, Kalik, how long are you going to let Nitsu be away from the party for?
I do not have any sort of artisan tools. I only have the tools needed for fishing because that's the extent of what my character had bothered to keep on her.
All right. So, Kalik, since you can track Nitsu down very quickly, how long are you going to let him be away before you go and find him?
I'll give him, like... He has until the exact moment that I figure out I have no idea where the fuck I'm going, and we don't have a map for me to be like, shit, where's the other person, and go find him. So he has, like, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Okay. Nitsu, as you're walking, you manage to find your way back to the path. And now, you know the road probably leads to the center. Every road's supposed to lead to the capital, right?
Every road leads to Rome.
That's right. That's the spirit. So as you're walking, you start to hear some chatter. You hear a kind of a fidgeting sound. And something like a fly's wings, but much larger. Give me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Fuck!
I have a passive of
Wait, you have a
14, I
perception
think.
modifier, so add your perception modifier to that.
Give me 1 second. I jumped out of that to check my tools because Orc Pub is shit.
If your passive perception is 14, the modifier is +4.
Yeah, it's +4.
Okay, so either way. With a passive perception of 14, you just barely manage to turn around in time to see the buzzing bloat that is approaching from above. It's hovering maybe at the lowest tree branch's height, and it looks like the mother of all flies, except with very human features. It has, by your very quick and panicked count, 6 sets of six wings, 3 on each side, buzzing in this weird orchestra. There are lots of tendrils that snake off of it and kind of twitch like legs. You figure if it lands, it kind of uses all of them and kind of crawls across the ground with them. But most importantly, it has 2 very long, thin arms with knife-like fingers on the ends. And it has murder in its eyes. So I would like for you to roll initiative.
Oh no.
God damn. Fuck! God.
Everything is fine.
Quietly in the distance in another universe, someone's going, "You never split the party up."
Is it just initiative or is initiative plus something?
No, it's just initiative.
Well, then that's a
Your
3.
plus your dex.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, then that's a 7.
It still wasn't good enough. I just want you to know that.
Thank you. You're the best.
So as this thing is kind of hovering there, it notices you notice it, and a proboscis snakes out of its otherwise flat face. And the sound it makes is unnerving. And it comes in at you very quickly. It throws its arms out wide, and it looks like it's trying to grapple onto you. Does that make your AC 26?
Yes.
I press X to doubt.
I would like to use my uncanny dodge, though.
To have the
since-
damage?
Yes.
Okay, so you take 7 damage from its first hit. However, you are grappled.
question?
Or wait, no,
I don't
uncanny dodge makes you not grappled. That's right. You said you had a question?
It's just a question, like, not to do with the current situation, but is AC affected by like dex at all?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if I've increased my dex,
It should
Well,
increase your AC.
okay,
I think there are thresholds for that, though.
Certain armor types only allow like a max of like, for instance, I have a breastplate that allows a max of two dexterity modifier.
Right.
Okay. All right, I will figure that out by myself right now because I leveled and therefore increased my dex. So I'm not sure if that increases my AC or not. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Please continue with the fact that Nitsu's getting fucked. I'm actually.
All right. While this goes about, I'm going to get my note card so that I can do the why. Yes, my character can do all these things.
Right. So Nitsu, you managed to duck out of the way before it can grab you, but its knived claws still rake across your arm, and they gouge this wound that is painful. And as it goes through, you kind of notice in a very astute moment of, oh shit, you see that the backs of its claws have these hooks on them that are meant to dig in. And so you figure if it had gotten a hold of you, it would not have been pretty. So now it's your turn.
Golly. Are we currently engaged, or does it, in its flyby, miss me and move?
No, it is currently engaged.
Wonderful.
To the party.
How quick is it?
Very. It came at you like lightning.
Our rogue split apart for the party, so that you know.
I didn't split apart. I told them to follow me and they didn't. There's a difference.
He has this problem in the other campaign,
They
too.
abandoned me.
You didn't wait until you realized that we didn't.
I turned my head behind me, saw you guys weren't following, and yelled for you to follow after. That was part of the
and now
conversation.
He's fighting the fattest fly ever.
It's fine. I technically he's only gonna fight this fly for what, like 5 minutes before I come show up.
That might
Might
kill
actually
me.
be a little bit late. That'll actually be a little bit more sooner because we don't know how long his walking has been.
Oh, right. Yeah. How long did he walk for? Because I gave him like a 5-minute.
Yeah, you gave him a 5-minute head start.
Yeah. So he
it'll-
was walking for it. So.
So that depends. Nitsu, do you scream?
Do I have to waste an action to scream?
No.
Talking is free action always.
Then I'm probably gonna have yelled whenever my arm got cut.
Okay.
A bit, if it hurt as badly as you mentioned.
Khalik and Mariah, make perception checks.
Okay. Nope. I
Whew.
think I need to stop doing the whole dice roll in there through that. I just need to remember the command.
Khalik, you
Do I-
absolutely hear him.
Perfect. Perfect.
Make a survival check to plot the fastest route to him.
Okay.
Let's just go with Mariah's lost in her thoughts right now.
She's still trying to figure out who that Salahat guy is.
Yep.
Ooh. Alright. So
I
Nitsu,
still
it's your
don't-
turn.
I still know
Thank
where he
you.
is because
Yes.
I already rolled to
Yeah,
track him.
you guys are running towards him. But it's not a very efficient route is the problem.
Yeah, I'm following his tracks directly instead of cutting the closest path.
Alright, since it's too late to do anything else, I'm gonna try and smack this foul creature with my rapier.
Okay.
So
Just so you know,
that's,
it's more efficient to stab with a rapier than to smack.
it's a fly.
It's a big fly. It's about as big as your torso.
I I mean, that's a big target. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's 1d20 plus finesse or something for AC.
Plus, whatever's on your weapon damage roll.
So plus 7 to Dex. Okay.
That doesn't do it.
Damn.
So you thrust your rapier by it, and you were kind of going to slash one of its arms off, but they're very small, so it just kind of misses. It just kind of seems to agitate it more, and it starts chirping. And as it chirps, it goes for another swing.
Saved by 1 point. I'm at 15 for reference.
Right. So it rushes another thrust of its claws by, and it just narrowly misses you. And the chirping gets louder. It is.
Oh no, it's angry.
It is your turn, Nitsu.
I'm gonna yell it to shut the hell up and then stab it again.
Do I hear the yelling?
Yes, you're already on the way. You know that Nitsu got fucked up.
I mean, I could do a roll to see if I don't know the if I don't know the command since it's been so long. But I will
Damn
win.
it.
Okay. You score a decent strike along kind of where you assume its shoulder should be. It doesn't seem to have any like real appendage that would appear as though a shoulder. The arms just kind of jut out, but you still score a very solid hit, and just this lance of green fluid snakes out of it and sprays into the air.
Oh god, it's disgusting.
It smells even worse. You're almost nauseated just being in its presence. Make a dex save.
So that's 1d20 plus Dex?
Yes.
Sorry, it's been just a little bit.
Right, right. A fleck of blood or a fleck of what you assume is its blood kind of stains your coat, but fortunately none of it gets on your skin or on your tongue. The smell is still very pungent, but at least you haven't had to taste it yet.
I'm thankful for that. Believe you and me.
In retaliation, however, it spins very wildly and drives its claws deeply into your side in a stabbing motion.
I will use Uncanny Dodge to take half that damage, or half of whatever damage
Right, right.
you're gonna throw at me.
So that'll be 8 damage. As the claws just barely rake across you, the little hooks kind of dig in, and you wince in pain. And it is your turn. The chirping seems to have kind of slowed down, and it's in a rhythmic pattern now. It almost reminds you of a cicada.
Sorry, I'll need just a second. I'm thinking.
Sure.
Do I hear the cicada noises?
Yes, you've gotten close enough now that you can hear the chirping and the cicada buzzing, and the flutter of 3 different sets of wings buzzing in tandem.
Now, with the way combat works in this game, again being kind of new, if I were to disengage, that would provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Even if I have a bonus action of dash afterward.
Yes.
But do you have the disengage skill? Because then it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
I do not. So, I guess I'm just gonna attempt to stab this fucker again.
All right. That hits. All right. You score another very solid blow, this time a little closer to center mass. This time you're not so lucky and you kind of catch a taste of the blood and you immediately spit it out. It's disgusting, but it has a strangely sweet aftertaste. It is at this point that your bumbling cohorts bust through the foliage. Kalik swore he knew the fastest way here, and it kind of led him off the road for the most part, so he and Mariah come sprinting through a bush. Weapons drawn and at the ready, because they heard you screaming like a little girl and the chirping of this monster.
Oh, weapons at the ready, and also I got my shield.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna yell at these guys something along the lines of it's about fucking time.
So, Kalik and Mariah, roll initiative.
Okay.
Whew.
I crit my initiative roll, which was the most useless thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. God damn it!
You might just save a life.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, Kalik, you're up first.
Great. I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
I would have not expected that. That does not hit.
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, that's Mariah.
Yeah, that's my initiative. Sorry, my initiative fooled you.
I'm just a little tired.
It's alright.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what all my rolls are. That's why it's taking a while. I think it's +8 now. 22.
That hits.
Fuck. Why did that not work?
Did you put a space before it?
Probably.
There you go.
And then I get to roll another attack.
Yes.
That's a little bit lower.
That
Yeah.
does not hit.
Okay, that's a shame. Remember I shredded AC because I still have
Yes.
Sandhawk arrow.
Yes, yes. So you score a good shot. The arrow kind of cleans through. You see it actually go out the other side. So it's got this arrow stuck in it, and it seems to be wobbling a little now in the air, kind of unused to flying with this arrow stuck through it, as most flying things are wont to. But it's still pissed, and it still wants to kill Nitsu.
Great, I'm going
so
to take...
you guys have something to bond over.
Great, I'm going to actually back up away, because I don't want to be that close. I want to back up, like...
Coward.
I mean, it can't disengage without accruing an attack of opportunity. Right there? Is that right?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Well, it attacks Nitsu.
And it misses.
And it misses. So there you go. It swings wide for the first time.
Thank God.
Now it is Mariah's turn.
I'm gonna move over to that spot.
Alright.
And because I had to move, I don't have my extra attack. So Nope.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's no.
That is absolutely no. But it's Nitsu's turn. Oh wait, no, you get advantage because it's flanked.
Hi! Oh, well then. Does that hit or nah?
It hasn't loaded yet. Give me a second.
Well, I particularly said that since I moved, I don't have my extra attack.
Right.
So, unless it has an AC of 12 for my first attack, then yeah, I missed.
Then you did this.
But hey, Nitsu gets advantage.
Yes. So now it's Nitsu's turn.
So what is advantage?
You just roll twice to take the higher.
Oh, well, I'm just like, I'll not have the advantage dice roll.
So that one didn't hit, so I'll do it again.
Right.
Let's give the rogue a shot to shine with the attacking.
I'm going to go ahead and use third strike
Mhm.
to spend 10 souls. That puts me at 70 to do
Yes.
another attack, because I'm going to die soon if I don't. What? Oh, that's why. I'm good at this, I swear.
There you go.
That hits.
Remember, you're in flanked, which means you get advantage, so you get sneak attack damage on top of your dice rolls.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so good that I'm not actually there.
So a total of 11 damage.
Alright.
Don't you roll more than 1d6?
Give me 1 second. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you had advantage on the attack roll. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy is target within 5 feet. That enemy isn't incapacitated and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. The amount of extra damage increases you gain levels in the class as shown in the sneak attack column of the rogue table, which I do not have.
Let me open up a book.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, it's back to Kalik.
5th level, you get 3d6.
Oh yeah, so roll 2 more d6.
Alright.
Snake eyes.
Still, that's something.
Yeah, that's 13.
Any little bit of damage helps, honestly.
Yeah.
Just remember your sneak attack is 3d6, and as you level, you'll get more dice on top of those. So that's
Yep.
that's basically why rogues are so strong, is their sneak attack.
Alright, Kalik. Now, before you attack, I'm going to need you to roll a perception check.
9. 9.
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay. All right. So Nitsu's gonna die. It was nice knowing you, Nitsu.
I swear to God, if you murder me.
That misses.
I still have my second attack.
You put a
Go.
space.
That hits.
There we go. Okay, thank you.
Nice. So you score a shot, another shot, cleanly through, and it's intersected the bug at basically an X now. So the arrows kind of cross over in the middle. You're trying to show off. Nobody's really that impressed, though. But for some reason, something seems really loud. You can see the bug right in front of you, and you see that it's flapping its wings with all its might. It's trying to stay up. It's buzzing away, chirping, screeching. But for some reason, it seems really loud to you, Kalik.
Wait, what? Sorry, I was away from keyboard for a second. What?
So you scored a shot
What
cleanly through, and it created like an X with the arrows and all that.
Okay.
What does a passive 16 perception tell me?
A passive 16 perception lets you see that there was another one resting on the tree behind Kalik.
Oh.
And it's
Sorry, I gotta stand here for this.
And it's
for this
awake
one
now.
bit with Nitsu.
Is the other one dead though?
Not
No.
yet.
Okay, I still haven't noticed it.
Right.
So the only fair thing I can do is do what I was about to do anyway, thinking that this is the last enemy, and burn my fucking thing to attack again.
Okay.
It's not really my turn,
That misses.
quote unquote.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. That's not
Not really my turn, quote unquote, to go, hey, behind you.
No, instead it is their turn. And the first
Yep.
one is going to see that something is standing in the way of its prey and immediately shift its focus to Maria.
Miss.
So it swings wide, kind of catches the
Did-
steel.
did-
It kinda
Didn't even quite catch
twists.
my shield.
Yeah, it kind of, the hooks graze against it, and it seems to kind of recoil, unused to scratching at armor. You kind of figure they probably hunt travelers more than anything.
Meanwhile, the sound just makes the quote unquote monster hunter just ignore.
Yeah. However, there is somebody here who is not quite armored. And so, sweeping down from behind Kalik, does that hit? Does 22 hit Kalik?
You're so funny. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does indeed. Tell me how much damage I just ate.
You take 13 damage, and
Not
as compared
worth-
to the other one, which has hooks on the outside to catch prey trying to escape, this one is more of a hunter. It's got a longer proboscis sticking out, and the hooks are on the inside, so it comes down and kind of twists its arms and grapples you.
Great.
Oh, no!
Make a Constitution save.
I think I'm the only one with the constitution with proficiency.
Oh no! You feel a searing pain and will take 1d4 on every turn that you cannot make a Constitution save, as its venom begins to course through you.
Fantastic.
Araya.
Well, time for me to go ham. First attack. Just to see if I crit. No, okay.
The
So
first one does
attack. I'm going to do my second one to see if that hits, so I can just do damage next phase.
Sure.
So first, okay.
No,
Does
only
the second
the first one.
No, okay. And I'm going to use my superiority die to give
Absolutely.
me extra damage. And I think I can make that be 2d8.
Alright. you score a very clean hit into it. You shear one set of wings off, and it visibly wobbles, takes to the ground. All of its legs kind
basically,
of
Mira's
squirm.
pose basically slash hide behind her shield.
Right. And so it's wriggling there, and it's Nitsu's turn.
I'm gonna stab it in its fucking head.
All right. That hits. Roll again to see if you crit.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Remember, you still have an advantage, so you get 3d6.
Yes. All right. Well, your first one hits. Okay. And your sneak attack damage? So for a total of 21, you have overkilled it over twice. So how would you like to do this?
I already told you I was gonna stab it straight down in its skull.
All right. Your sword is stuck all the way to the hilt. You have a fly kebab.
Ugh.
As is usual with demons, a kind of red mist surfaces around its refracting bug eyes.
I don't quite have.
Hmm?
I was gonna say I don't quite have a container to hold it in, and it's at the hilt of my sword. So
Yes. You
Guess
do
I'll
have
try-
you do have a flask.
huh?
You do have a flask.
I also have a flask, too.
But you wouldn't necessarily know
Yeah.
about it. I'm sure I'll, I guess, attempt to scoop it up.
Okay, make a dexterity check. Well, no, it's on the sword, so you scoop the fly soul into the flask.
Then I'll kick its head off.
All right, Kalik, it is your turn. Make a strength save to break the grapple. And then take 1d4 damage and make a constitution save.
Can I use acrobatics to get out of the grapple?
No, because it's got the hooks.
Fuck.
I wonder. I'm going to check on something with the book.
Alright, you break out of the grapple effortlessly. Well, mostly effortlessly. There's some fight getting clear of the hooks. Now take 1d4 for the poison and save to get rid of it.
God fucking damn it.
We are on fire today.
What the fuck?
Just slash R. There you go.
3.
So you take 3 points of damage. Now make a constitution saving throw.
I am bloodied.
I mean, I'm sitting over here at 5 HP.
Nope.
You are still poisoned, but you are free, so it is your turn.
I will switch over to my falchion.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not my falchion, my short sword.
Right.
And I will attempt to impale the thing.
Cool.
4. Sorry,
Okay.
25.
That hits.
Yeah. God damn it. Rolling is too difficult for me, apparently. I just can't. You know what? 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 Fuck. Fuck.
Are you okay?
It doesn't seem like it. All right.
Everything's on fire. I get a second attack.
Yes.
Why? And I crit fail. I'm so excited.
Yep.
Also,
Total miss.
does my damage modifier there, it says a +4 because my dex used to be 4. Should that be a +5 now that I have one more dex?
Yes.
Because, okay.
But that doesn't save you.
I know it doesn't save me. I don't mean like the roll to hit, I mean the damage
Yeah.
die, because I'm
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Well, good news and bad news. You did some damage, but now it's its turn.
I'm sorry, I could not move faster.
It's okay.
Does that hit?
No, that misses.
It swings its knife-like arms, and they just graze on by. They almost touch the leather, but nope, not quite. And now it is Mariah's turn.
Hi, I'm going to get in his face.
Absolutely.
That is my AC score, so like it gave it to defenders last time, so that's why I said
And
this, but, like,
I'm going to stab at it, and because I am like right
Yes.
into flanking.
You get advantage. Neither of those hit, though.
I have achieved the getting in face though.
Right. Speaking of faces, it's Nisu's turn.
Yeah, I'll be angry and play a hero.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just for reference, how many of those demon souls things can I spend before I go bad?
There's no way to know.
Oh, goody. I'm at 60 right now, so we'll see how these first few rolls go.
That hits. Go ahead and roll again to see if you crit, though.
Nope.
Okay, so you just hit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll waste another one. That'll put me down to 50. 50 souls.
No, I mean, you get this hit. Third arm strike
Yeah,
just
but
lets you make another attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna make another attack.
Okay.
So I'll make 2 attacks. So this will be the second.
And you do get advantage on that, too.
That one misses.
Yeah,
Right?
you get
Once
advantage.
Oh, that's right.
That one also misses.
Okay.
So just roll damage once.
But hey, you get sneak attack.
Yes, you do get sneak attack.
So 19.
Excellent. It kind of reels back with a hiss, but then it seems to catch something. Almost like apprehension, it looks straight at Nitsu, and its proboscis flicks. You definitely step to the side and avoid the touch, but it seems to have gotten what it needs to. You've got the blood of its kin on you. And it almost seems satisfied. Kalik, your turn.
Fantastic. I'm gonna stab it with my sword.
Excellent choice. Don't forget you have advantage.
I have advantage, yes.
Because that roll was pathetic.
Okay, rude.
Oh! Talk shit again, Matt. Talk shit to my face again, Matthew.
Roll your damage.
He might.
Talk shit to my face again, cunt.
Dare you.
Make a perception check.
JK, Matt.
That's what I fucking thought.
Sorry.
Roll your damage.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Alright, so you deal 30 damage in one strike.
I also have another attack on top of that.
Yes. You literally cut off one of its arms.
Can I make another attack against its dead body just for the shake?
It's not dead.
How come I
Oh.
got blood sprayed on me, but she didn't? That's messed up.
Actually, yeah, since it's facing Nitsu, yeah, you get blood sprayed on you.
On me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It smells bad, but it has a very sweet aftertaste.
Why do you guys fight with your mouths open?
24.
That hits. Go ahead and make the second roll to see if you get the crit.
I crit, motherfuckers. I crit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I hope she gets a 1.
Nine.
Alright. It's still hovering. Barely.
Still there.
Barely. But it lances out at Nitsu.
Because he tasted blood.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Lol.
And I'm guessing that drops Nitsu.
Yeah, even if I do uncanny dodge, that puts me at -1.
So Nitsu kind of slumps. Wait, Henri, what's your fighting style? Since you're a fighter, right?
I have fighting style defense.
Okay.
And also Mariah, not Henri.
Or, yeah. Old habits die hard.
Of course. Somewhere Henri senses disturbance in the force.
Nitsu, lose 5 soul points.
Goody, that puts me at 55?
Mm-hmm.
Because 80 to 70 to 60 to 55, yeah.
Yes. It action surges. The glow in its eyes becomes much more violent. You kind of figure that its claws are made, the hooks on the insides aren't just to grapple somebody, but they're to suck the soul out of them. And so it wheels around on Khalik. Does that hit?
No, yeah, no shit. But I don't really have that many souls to spare, mate.
Well, you got lucky there. Wait, did you get lucky there? With 10 damage?
I have 2 health.
Remaining?
Yeah,
I
2
think
health.
that's remaining.
Mariah, it is your turn.
Probably. I'm going to go ham, but probably things. The wording though that's being let out her mouth is probably not understandable by mere mortals. She is very angry.
I'm dead, so I probably can understand her.
Neither of those hit.
And then my second attack.
That one hits.
That hits.
The
I'm
first one
using
hits.
I'm using my superiority die
Okay.
for bonus damage.
Alright, how do you want to do this?
I'm going to cleave it in two.
Straight down the middle?
No.
Oh,
Straight from side to side.
Absolutely. You swat it so cleanly directly through that the bottom half hits the ground and the top half balances on your sword for a second.
And then she'll flick it off her sword and we'll clean it.
You notice
And
the red glow in this one's eyes is much brighter.
It did recently use soul.
Nitsu, make a death save.
What's that, 1d20?
Yes.
And I guess I'll bottle this soul up.
Alright, you make your first death save. Now, does anybody want to make a medicine check, or do I want to just let him make the rest of his death saves?
I'm going to shove a medium potion down his throat.
Absolutely. Restore
Before-
2d8 plus level health. And before what?
But before we do any of that, Khalik's gonna chug a medium health potion. But
Absolutely.
I forgot to note on my character sheet how many potions Henri gave Khalik before she went bye-bye on the ship and I cried like a baby.
Let me look at Ottery's sheet for you.
Thank you, Ify. Watashi loves you.
I think I've got
Why?
some small potions on me, but again, I have no idea. Orc Pub is bad about keeping track of inventory.
Right.
Sheets. Honorary.
I keep it on a Word doc.
Well, aren't you clever?
I mean, I know I am.
I think there was two large. Yeah, two large, and there was 5 mediums at least.
The three of
Because
you gain
Henri had lots
3,000
of potions.
The three of you gain 3,400 XP.
That pushes me to level up, I think.
3,000 and what?
400.
Yeah, that's level up because I'm at 81.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite there yet.
Wait, you said 2,400?
3,400.
But yeah, Nitsu, you probably should do the potion. How much? Oh, you did. Did you do the healing thing? Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm at half health. Little over half health.
I need to roll for using a medium health potion, so
Yes.
2d8 plus my level.
Mm-hmm.
remiss to tell you that do I still take poison damage?
Make a Constitution save.
Okay.
Yes. So take another D4.
Oh, great. I'm so excited.
Well, there you go.
I've never been so happy to fucking critical fail in my life.
Do any of you want to make a medicine check? I will also take Arcana checks.
Let me see if I've got anything good in any of that.
I think I'll do an Arcana check. That will. Mariah doesn't have medicine and much rather look
Right.
instead of poke at.
I don't think I have any bonuses to any of that.
You are able to more or less neutralize the poison. You won't take any more damage for the day, but you probably don't want to be fighting Kalik. Bump your exhaustion up 2 levels.
Oof.
Jesus
So
fuck, okay.
Kalik has 2nd level exhaustion, but is no longer poisoned. Figure chalk it up to home remedies and stuff like that. So you're a little shaky, basically. Now, what would you like to do?
I'll ask these guys for their used potion bottles, and I'm going to attempt to bottle up some of this fly blood that tasted god-awful.
Like, chucks Nitsu his empty flask, looks at the dead fly corpse.
His empty
with
flask? Or his empty potion bottles?
Yeah, sorry, his empty. His
Sure, why not have the empty potion bottle?
Yeah, I'll give you my empty potion bottle. I will look at the.
What are you planning to do with the fly blood, by the way?
I mean, it smelled god-awful and had a sweet scent. Maybe I could sell it to someone as a candy.
It had a sweet aftertaste.
Yeah,
The initial taste was terrible.
yeah. I could trick someone into thinking it's a hair tonic.
Okay.
Snake oil salesman and whatnot.
Alright. So you have 2 bottles of fly blood.
And then I'm going to attempt to clean this other fucking shit off of my robe because it smells god-awful.
How about we get off the road and go where we can at least have a moment of rest for you two.
I mean, if you want to make sense of it, yeah.
He kind of points to the dead fly with the, demon eye, the flame, and kind of gestures for them to, maybe you kind of want that. And
Oh
then...
no, Nitsu
Oh, wait.
bottled up the first one, Mariah bottled up the second one.
Okay, I didn't hear that Mariah bottled up the second one.
Yes.
Oh, in that case, Kalik will try to find them a nice safe spot for us to make a long rest camp in because I'm exhausted and I don't want to.
Before we do that, though, I'm going to kick this fly's head like a soccer ball.
Okay.
And
Strength
you'll
check.
take that.
Strength check.
Kalik will move away.
If I have the negative modifier, do I do that?
Yep.
Yes, you do.
Darn the luck.
Okay. You kick it evenly a couple feet.
I triumphantly walk away.
For your note, DM.
Oh gosh. So, Kalik, if you're going to try to find a place for them to rest so early in the morning, give me a survival check. But remember, you have stage 2 exhaustion, so make it a disadvantage.
Question. If I'm trained in that skill, I get my proficiency bonus to it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Understood.
Oh boy. Shame you gotta do it at a disadvantage.
LOL!
So in your fatigue, you find them a very good camp. It's
Right in the middle.
Arbex Township.
So I may have made a small mistake in the sense that I went to level 5, which means my proficiency bonus went up, but I didn't fucking add it to anything. So, I'm a fucking retard. So,
Yeah.
while we are long resting, I will be doing that slowly.
Well, you've led your party to Arbex Town.
Perfect. That's where we're sleeping tonight, according to Kalik, because he's way too tired and can't think of anything else.
It is also still early afternoon.
That'll be plenty of time to wipe this stain out.
There is a well, so you can use water to do that.
Yeah.
Kalik looks so exhausted that he almost looks pleadingly up at Maria, like, I really, like, not today. Like, he looks like he's about to be sick.
Again, as you enter the town, the bunkhouses on either side are caved in, basically knocked over. Arbecht's own throne still sits very evenly. The door to it is closed, and as you approach, nonchalantly, as you guys are wont to do, you just fought a bunch of killer flies and got pretty fucked up.
Besides the tank, unfortunately.
Yeah. A small Eston girl holding a gun kind of peeks out, and you recognize it immediately as a very shaken Sophia. And she's holding this little flintlock in her dainty arms, and she looks at you. Boss said you were supposed to be heading towards the center.
We had a delay, and I continue walking towards the throne or whatever the hell I'm supposed to be resting at.
She shoulders the gun.
Kalik sits his ass immediately on the floor and just looks defeated as fuck.
Big guy doesn't talk much, but he looks like shit.
It's for the best.
He had a run-in with one of the demons.
Pretty common here on the island. I think you'd be used to it by now.
Right. We can lament on his clumsiness later. I'm gonna go wash out this stain.
You do that out here. And she closes the door. So you guys are sitting out in the courtyard still.
It's fine.
And you saw a very tiny Eston girl with a gun in her hands. Kalik, if you weren't so exhausted, you probably would have been aroused.
You're
He
sick.
might still be.
No, he's too exhausted.
Alright, I'll wash out that stain and then I'll go attempt to loot the rest of the houses.
Okay. Give me some investigation checks. We'll say 3.
Is investigation based on intelligence or no?
It's based on intelligence.
Yeah.
I might also have Mariah take a look at what she can pick
Sure.
up, since nobody's really here.
I'm just asking because, again, Orc Pub's terrible, and even though I have a +2 to int, it doesn't tell me that I...
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
bonus
I
anything.
also have proficiency with investigate, so I'm going to poke around. I'm going to take 2 rolls.
Absolutely. You find some kind of Mariah, you find some kind of rusted over swords, a couple half-drinking potions that have very clearly lost their potency. bag with 30 gold. But that's about it.
All right.
Nitsu, on your
30
first
gold.
roll, you find bear turds.
Thanks. I guess I'll do one more.
You can do up to 3.
Alright, then I'll do a third also.
If anything, after like the second roll, Mariah probably would get some of the well water and see if it actually is okay.
It is. Nitsu, you find literally nothing. You find.
I mean,
broken wood.
he could convince Mariah to go with one more look.
Nitsu, your day is almost as bad as Kalik's. You've stepped in bear poop. You found a rusty dagger, not because you saw it, but because you were moving something else and you kind of nicked yourself with it.
I'm just having a wonderful time.
Yeah, you're just happy to be here at best.
Alright, I'm gonna go wash up.
Alright. And everybody's washed up, cleaned up, bandaged, what have you. What's next?
Let them have a rest.
Ask for directions. I don't care. Go bother Sophie and what's his fuck.
Okay. Are you just gonna barge up and kick in the door?
I'm not gonna be that aggressive about it. I'll give it a quick knock and go, some pleasant. Excuse me, could I have a moment of your time,
Go home,
dearest
dickhead.
patron? Thank you.
You were met with a very abrupt what?
We seem to be a bit confused as to where we're supposed to be headed, or rather, how we're supposed to get there. Cleek isn't the best sense of direction, if you catch my drift.
You walk.
I hate this man.
Woman.
No, this is Salahad. It's
Salahad.
It's a very
Fact.
deep,
Man.
bassy voice.
Very, very, very man.
You see, Kalik isn't the best with directions. We were wondering which way to head, specifically.
Northwest.
Kalik makes a whistling sound between his fingers just to get his attention. Not Salahad, to get Nitsu's attention.
I'll ignore it for now, because I'm obviously not next to him.
You are still on the other side of the door. It hasn't opened for you yet.
Alright, then I guess I'll glance at Kalik.
He signals to him very quickly, ask for map.
I sigh, and I guess I'll resign myself to asking him for a map. After he just plainly told me to go northwest with what appeared to be a very accusing tone? Not accusing. What's the word I'm looking for? Agonized? Antagonized?
Antagonizing?
Yes.
Antagonistic?
Yes. Was the tone he seemed to have with me.
It's very silent for a long moment. A very long moment.
He thinks we're idiots. Thanks. Good job, Kalik.
You know what? Forget the center. Arbecht and his monsters headed north, where you came from. Took one of my boys. Parley for him. bring him back here. And then you can do whatever the hell you want. We'll consider our ties broken.
Fair enough.
Gleek gets up and moves over so that he can see Gleek. Any signs?
The door is
No,
still
we-
closed.
Yeah, the door is closed. They're talking through the door.
It doesn't matter. He still goes up to the door and knocks on it. And makes another raspy whistling sound to basically signal to open the door so we can see him.
Or open the door enough to see hand motions.
The door
I hope he closes
open.
it in your hand.
The door opens wide enough. Sophia's still standing there with the gun, and Salahad is sitting on Arbekt's throne. His cutlass is laying in his lap.
Meanwhile, in the background, Mariah is just filling up water skins.
The light is very. There's no light inside of it. You can see there are candle sconces and where there should be light, but none of them is lit. Give me some perception checks.
I could make a perception check from just glancing towards the direction of door open.
No, it's into the room specifically.
Yeah, into the room. So Mariah is keeping herself busy. She's actually refilling water skins because travel.
25?
Right. 25?
Mhm.
We'll go. Both of those succeed. You see, his hand is kind of resting on the hilt on his cutlass. It's bandaged, but you can tell very distinctly that the last 3 fingers on his dominant hand have been cut off. So all he has is a thumb and an index finger on that hand.
Ooh.
Would make it kind of hard to hold a sword.
Yes, it would. When I find him again, I'm gonna chop him in half. So we done here?
No. Kalik makes sure that he's done talking and signs to him, "We made a deal. I'm going to the center. I'll clear the path. Do whatever you want."
There's nothing for us at the center anymore. There's a demon, bigger than the rest of them, but so long as Arbek can't get to it, that's good enough for me.
He's right, you know.
What about my friend?
You'll have your vengeance if you get Arbeck. We're heading towards the man as we speak.
Not talking about.
I'm back.
I'm not talking about.
You talking about those Estons that were with you before?
Kalik nods.
They're both probably dead.
Kalik signs, "I know one is. The other may still live. It's the least that I can do for my Eston brothers." And he cringes inside, but he.
Only thing you can do is give up hope.
Cut your losses like you cut your face. Let's move on.
Damn.
Though, before the conversation's fully ended, I will take note of Sophia and ask her a question if she could do me a favor.
When Nixer says that, can I kick him in the leg to shut him the fuck up?
Sure.
Okay. I do that. I kick him
I'd
in
like
the
to
knee.
use uncanny dodge.
You kick him in the shin instead.
Do I, like, Nitsu, if you want to do this, I will fucking roll against you all three. Like,
Oh no, I was joking. I didn't think you'd actually apply uncanny dodge.
oh, in that case, I definitely kick you in the knee.
I'll grunt it out, but I'm still gonna ask Sophia for a favor.
Okay. Well, Philip rolls his eyes and waits.
What's that?
What do you make of this? And I hand her the fly flask.
Of the blood?
No,
The
one with
soul.
the soul.
It's a
You said
demon. It's a demon soul.
Well, she
What
said
do you want
you
of
said
it?
you could. You said you could read it.
Sure, I can tell you what it is. What do you want out of it? Demon souls are gleaned of knowledge. If you want me to teach you the accursed magic, And she kind of looks back to to Salahad and hands it back to you. You came to the wrong place. If you want my honest advice, take it back to the port and throw it into the sea.
Right. I open the flask, throw it in the room, and walk off.
You open the flask and what?
Throw it into the room,
Okay.
and I walk off.
Okay.
God fucking damn it.
She bends
Good
down
day.
and just closes it back up.
North it is then, friends. Emphasis on friends as I make my way to what I assume is north.
Oh no. What you
Immediately.
assume is north?
No. Kalik has learned his lesson and immediately catches Nitsu around his stupid fucking jacket.
Before Nitsu fully goes wandering off, what direct? I'm willing to do a survival check to see if Mariah can go north.
No. Before
It's still daylight out. You can tell by the
you
shadows.
can find north.
Before Nitsu can even like move a step away from Kalik, Kalik's already like ringed him by his coat and it's just like holding him there like a dog on a fucking leash.
This is because I threw the flask at him.
Yes. Yeah. This is also because you're being like you got lost last time and Kalik almost died, so he's not letting you out of his sight anytime soon.
Never knew you cared so much, Kalik.
He doesn't say that. He doesn't
I
say
would
shit.
say that. I would say that as soon as he caught me upon the shoulder.
It wasn't your shoulder, it was the back of your fucking coat, and he's kind of like half choking you with it. I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something to Salahadi Savad, but now that I don't, fuck you, made me lose my train of thought.
He told you to
What
give up
was I gonna
hope
say?
that your
Yeah.
your friend is dead, or worse.
That's right. That's right. That's what he said. Kalik will look at him and just say, you know, it's like hope is all I have left, and like just kind of walks away, dragging Nitsu with him, before turning around and mentioning the one last time, like I'm going to the center.
Salahad holds up his dismembered hand and wraps his index finger against his forehead. Good luck.
Is that a face palm? Kalik turns around and gestures thank you, and good luck to you too, or like, what's the Sandhawk way of saying like, may your journey be whatever the hell? Yeah, that one.
Good luck.
Yeah. May your journey be safe. Yeah, and then
As you guys
Fuck
head
up.
down the stairs, you hear the door close behind you, and you also hear a grown man spit on the floor.
huh, great, fantastic. Kalik goes and finds his nice resting spot and proceeds to take a long fucking rest.
Still choke holding Nitsu.
Yeah, he's sleeping with Nitsu in his grasp.
At least buy me dinner first.
How about we just sit and wait until rest is done, because we came here to rest.
I'm pouting as I'm being held by the neck.
What do I roll to gag him?
I didn't say pouting loudly.
I at least would know where North is.
Right.
For,
Yeah.
for
she knows-
after
she knows-
after they're done with resting, I'm basically going to be keeping watch since I'm relatively, okay. Until I must rest myself.
All right. So night's rest. Very careful. Very quiet.
Can I sleep while grappling someone? Is that something I can do?
No.
You're gonna cuddle me like a hug pillow?
Nitsu eventually worms free.
Okay, that's fine.
Does he stay?
Mariah would highly advise him to sit put.
I'll kick around the town and, like I said, mope about, kick rocks, be angry.
Okay. Nothing.
I thought I was
nothing's-
supposed to be. I thought I was supposed to be the youngest member of this group.
He's not used to combat or any of this other stuff. He's a conman at heart. He's not even a true
I
thief.
thought I'm the only one that's technically a teenager still.
The night goes very quietly. Not so much as a peep comes out of the hut in the center. And morning comes.
Or I will still be up early.
Okay.
I'll
you see
arise.
when you rise early, you see Sophia is kind of fetching water from the well.
I do not bother her.
And
I
she
already know
pays-
that she. I already
pays
know.
no mind.
I already. Yeah.
She just gets the water and goes back into the hut.
Question: does long rest remove my point of exhaustion?
Yes,
One or both?
both. Since you guys kind of had a double long rest, you came here in early afternoon and rested until the next morning. So it'll completely cure it.
Thank you.
I'll worry about level up stuff after this session's through.
Yes.
Who knows? I might level up with you, after you guys after we get through.
All
I
right.
might level up if we just kill one more enemy.
After we have our rest.
I have like a 4,000 left kind of thing. So maybe I don't know. Anyway, I still know where North is.
Right.
So after brooding on the subject, probably most of the night, Nitu's come up with a plan.
Oh no.
It's a good plan.
What is this plan?
So he huddles the group together quietly. Obviously, not too quietly because they can't hear us from a good however many feet away behind a locked door. But he says to each one of them, looking them square in the eye, "Right. Forget North. We're going back to town. We're going back to his hut. We're cleaning it out. Who's with me?"
Kalik signs no, we're not.
The man's a bloody asshole. He's tried to get us killed twice. Your friend killed once, for sure. And your two buds that I have no damned idea about. For all probability. You want to risk her life, my life, and yours yet again for another one of his damned ventures?
Kalik signs it's not for him. I'm heading
Right, well,
to
it's
his
certainly
hut.
not for me. How about
Kalik-
you,
Kalik
looking
signs-
to the girl?
Kalik signs you can go the fuck home if you want.
I'm
Nitu-
sorry, but I have some obligation to do at least the North.
Kalik turns to
So
Maria.
all three of you want to go different places.
Isn't that wonderful?
Kalik looks to Maria and says, "You have no obligation to do anything anymore."
Look, I'm a part of a group of people that specialize in hunting demons. That's why I'm here. But I prefer to be able to at least get somebody and bring them back before they go too far. The North,
Please,
however, the center, however, I am pretty sure I won't be able to handle as I am right now.
Kalik looks to her and says, "I don't want to," doesn't say, but signs, "I don't want to risk your life."
I'm going to be risking my life anyway.
All of you are mad.
And you're also crazy too for taking that blood.
Kalik is going to quietly do a roll on the side. Give me a moment.
basically, Mariah will quickly turn that table there. Of you're all mad. It's like, no, you're mad too. You're going to sell blood as some sort of cure-all.
waiting for Kalik to finish his side roll before I comment further.
Yeah, I rolled decently. Kalik will kind of consider it for a moment, but then signs to Maria. My last hope is to find my last friend. But if you want to go north, I will accompany you. But I do want to go to the center. Actually, no, accompany is too hard. He'll correct himself and say, go to the north with you.
Rushing off to your deaths. There's nothing for you there but pain and misery, suffering of all kinds.
Kalik signs to him, not expecting him to fully understand. It's all pain and suffering is all I have now.
And Nitsa, you can roll insight if you want to try to understand that.
It's no difference.
I could probably get the gist of it. I'm not truly disgusted, but I'll pretend to be, and I'll nod it off and proceed to walk south.
Does he know where south is?
Yes, because Maria knows where north is.
Does Maria tell him where north is?
No. Maria knows where north is. Nitsu doesn't know where north is.
Maria didn't say anything about the directionals. But yeah, basically for clarification, she would have gone on part of a group known as Hunters, and it's my task. So yeah, Maria basically summarized the let's go north, and after we settle that sort of thing, I'm pretty much willing to go as close to the center as I can.
Kalik looks saddened by that fact, but he's risking yet another person's life. Nods and signs okay, and then proceeds to try and teach Maria some more hand signs.
Sure.
Same as always. Wisdom to teach, intelligence to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Nitsu walks south.
What he thinks is south.
Give me a survival check.
Is that based on anything other than...
I'm probably, depending on your role for teaching, I'm probably not going to get much.
What is survival?
By the way.
Is that a Dex, Con, Int, Wiz, Charisma?
I want to say Wiz.
Okay, so I'll get a +1 to that.
Nope. You don't teach her anything, and Nitsu, you do find your way south.
Alright, I'm gonna clean up that shack, because that door was not locked last we checked.
Are you guys going to stay in town and wait for him, or are you guys going to head north?
Kalik just wants to head north. He does not give a fuck about Nitsu.
Well, judging from the fact that he's actually heading south, I guess there's no need for concern. So
we're splitting the party.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect spot to end it for the week.
Yeah.
We will close off right here.
Our DM is tired.
And not done yet either. So we'll stop here. Nitsu is headed south to clean out Salahad's workshop on the port town. Mariah and Kalik are headed north to figure out just what Arbecht is up to. God only knows what nightmares they'll find next time.